health not as mental illness, but as mental wellness. And what can we do to create communities that are more supportive of our young people so that they don't have problems in the first place, so that they don't feel the need to self-medicate. And so I think shifting that paradigm a little bit is something important for us to consider moving forward. How can we focus more on mental health and wellness and not just on mental illness and diagnosis and treatment? Number two, I have to tell you that I took a deep dive on a couple of issues that I do think are particularly plaguing young people when I was Surgeon General. One of them is marijuana use. And it's important for you all to remember that marijuana 20, 30 years ago was 4.5% THC. And that's like a light beer. Marijuana today, most strains are 20 to 30% THC, like having a strong mixed drink or a glass, a big glass of wine. And that's before you vape it, and then it becomes 80% THC. That's like drinking grain alcohol. So this is a fundamentally different product, and what does that mean? That means that whereas we weren't thinking of marijuana 20, 30 years ago as being addictive, it's absolutely creating dependence nowadays in our young people. Whereas we didn't think there were negative issues from marijuana use, we're absolutely seeing increase in psychoses in young people now because of marijuana use. And I have 3 children, two adult children now. One's 21, one's 19. They're both in college, and my daughter is 15. I went to visit my son at school for Dad's Day. We walked through his frat house. The entire frat house smelled like pot. I mean, it did. I'm just being very honest with you. I mean, the usage is pervasive. We have normalized it, and that bothers me. Number two, as a father of 2 young boys, I think an issue that we are just starting to appreciate, and it's been all over the news in the last week, gambling, online gambling. Do you know that people who are gambling are at the highest risk of attempting to take their lives by suicide? And now we created these easy access online platforms. Every single one of my sons and their friends have all these betting apps on their phones. They're starting in high school, sometimes in middle school. So I think that is something that is incredibly important for us to think about as we're thinking about the next era. And then another point that I think most people in this audience will appreciate, but I would be remiss if someone up here didn't mention it. For every mental health issue that we talk about, the LGBTQ plus community disproportionately is impacted. Higher rates of suicide, higher rates of substance misuse. We have to create inclusive environments and safe spaces to have conversations about sexual identity